Westminster shook tonight. A revelation so dark, so unexpected, it forced GB News to halt its programme mid-broadcast. What was revealed wasn't just another headline, it was a bombshell that could fracture the Labour Party and send shockwaves across Britain's political landscape. But before we unravel this extraordinary story, remember, over 95% of you still aren't subscribed. Subscribing is free and helps us keep creating even better content. Hit that subscribe button now and be part of our community. Now, let's dive into the scandal gripping Britain. Christopher Hope, GB News political editor, interrupted programming to deliver the fresh headline straight from Westminster Hall. Labour MP Ribeiro-Addy, who is campaigning to become Labour leader, has openly declared that there must be an investigation into Peter Mandelson and his links to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. She told the newspaper, "There should definitely be an investigation into it because there will be a huge amount of concern, and if the outcome is that he should resign, he should." This declaration strikes at the heart of Sir Keir Starmer's leadership, coming only days after the Prime Minister publicly defended Lord Mandelson. Starmer credited Mandelson for playing, in his own words, a key part in strengthening relations between Britain and President Donald Trump's America. But now, for the first time, a Labour MP has broken ranks. Peter Mandelson, once a senior figure in the governments of Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, was brought back into the spotlight as Britain's ambassador to Washington. He was praised for his ability to get closer to Trump, with Christopher Hope remarking, "He's done very well, you have to say that, in terms of getting closer to Donald Trump." Yet that closeness is now overshadowed by revelations far more sinister. Overnight, images were released in Washington by Democrats, photos of Mandelson in a toweling robe, speaking directly with Jeffrey Epstein. Alongside them, a 2003 handwritten note emerged, addressed to Epstein, in which Mandelson chillingly wrote, "Wherever he is in the world, he remains my best pal." These files were drawn from a 50th birthday book for Epstein, compiled by Ghislaine Maxwell, his former partner now imprisoned for sex trafficking and recruiting minors. The revelation suggests a relationship that was, in Hope's words, much deeper, frankly, and much more personal than ever previously understood. When questioned in May by Sky News, Mandelson admitted his regret, "My knowledge of him is something that I regret. I wish I'd never met him in the first place." But for many, regret may not be enough. Downing Street tried to hold the line. On Tuesday, the Prime Minister's official spokesperson issued a carefully worded statement, "We are focused on our relationship with the US and President Trump going forward, with the unprecedented second state visit next week to build on the progress we have already made between our governments." Yet, this reassurance does little to smother the growing firestorm. With Mandelson's name tied to Epstein, Ribeiro-Addy's demand for an investigation echoes louder by the hour. Tonight, Britain stares into a political abyss. Epstein's ghost has reached into the very heart of Westminster. A Labour leadership contender has fired the first shot against Mandelson. Keir Starmer's defence now hangs like a weight around his neck. And photographs of robes, notes, and friendships best forgotten have become the front-page scandal. The question is not just whether Mandelson can survive. It is whether the Labour Party itself can withstand the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein.